YouTube, today's date is Sunday, April 17th, 2016. You're going to hear some background noise because spring is here, and I have one window open. I'm debating whether opening another window because it is hot. And you're also going to be hearing the fan because it's circulating because, again, it is hot. So I haven't recorded all weekend. Basically, this weekend was a little bit of a struggle and also a little bit of reflection and getting ready for tomorrow, because starting tomorrow I'm going to do a shake for breakfast, a shake for dinner, and just have lunch. It's either going to consist of salad or it's going to consist of whatever meal I make in the evening for the next day. I'm going to save it for lunch. I painted my nails. I haven't painted them since before I went on my vacation, so I painted them. Not too happy with this color. I thought it would look a little bit darker, and it changes a little bit. It's one of those chameleon nail polishes, but it changes with the light, the way you move your fingers. Right now it looks like a brownish brass color, but then sometimes in the light it looks yellow, and then sometimes it looks green. I liked it in the bottle, but I really don't like it. But it is what it is. So this weekend was not a great weekend. I'm going to share with you guys, because for me, part of my stressors is my husband. And as you guys know, we went on vacation. And so this weekend we had one little argument and I need your advice on this, how you guys will handle it. We went to my vacation. In my opinion, was really not a vacation. I've mentioned a few things on here in my summaries for my vacation, and I really didn't have fun in it. It was just seeing his family. The reason I did it was because he, basically begged me for like a whole week, like, let's go. Why do you want to leave me by myself? We're supposed to be a team, blah, blah, blah. His dad is sick. His mom is fine, but I'm not going to be the evil bitch wife to say, no, we're not going to go. Mind you, we went last June, so it's only been a few months, and we went again. And I told him one of the big things was, I told him I don't want to go for 2 years. I need to go somewhere else. Plus, I really have an appointment coming up in May to see what are my options of getting pregnant, because I'm turning 39 this year, and this is it. I've tried my diet and all that, and it's not working. So I need to find out, if I get down to at least 280, am I able to get pregnant, or at least freeze my eggs, or do something. So the problem we had an argument with was, he in his mind thinks that the 2 weeks that we spent there were like glorious and I was so happy to be there. I was not, guys. I was literally on my phone. I thank God T-Mobile has internet access there, because I was literally on a Frasier binge, which I'm currently in season 5, and I was listening to my iHeartRadio stations, which I listen to John Jay and Rich. If you guys don't know that, you should check it out. I listen to Bob and Sherry from, I believe they're in North or South Carolina. They're awesome radio DJs. It's so hilarious. So I was listening to that amongst Frasier, watching some documentaries, but mostly Netflix. It was annoying because it had to load I say it would play maybe about 45 seconds, and then it'll have to pause, reload, and then it'll pay, but I didn't care because at least it was entertainment. iHeartRadio, oddly enough, it streamed without an issue. As long as it got going, then it streamed. So I would listen to my John Jay and Rich, all morning. So the thing that we had an argument about was that before we went, we like to send cash down there to have it already changed in currency from over there. And usually my husband will take cash on hand, and then we either change it over there or do something with it. This year we were supposed to rent a house on the weekend, which I told you guys, to go to the beach. My father-in-law got sick, but I had sent $800 of my own, and he supposedly sent $800 on his own. So we're talking about $1,600. On our way back on the plane, he told me, I said, hey, how much of my money is left? Because we didn't rent a house. We hardly went out. We went out like maybe twice, and one time we paid with the credit card. And I said, and the shopping that I did wasn't that much. It was, I would say, less than $100. I didn't buy any souvenirs. I didn't buy the one thing I wanted to buy for my living room. I didn't even buy, because by the time we got rescheduled for the flight, the we couldn't do it because all the boutiques at the airport where I did buy my little thing were closed, because we left at 6 in the morning. So he had told me at that time that he thought I had at least $500 to $400 left of my money. So this weekend I started doing bills because I haven't done them in 2 months. So what I ended up doing is basically paying it on my own, and then I take out what my mom owes me and what my husband owes me, and I deal with it like that, right? So imagine my surprise when I start telling him, I'm like, hey, how much actually of my money do you have? Because I'm trying to pay some bills, and I want to make sure that I use that money or put it back in my savings. And he tells me, which floored me, that there was nothing left. That if anything was left was maybe $100, and he left it to his parents. I got pissed, because where the fuck did we spend $1,600? We went to this little lake thing, and I think I posted a picture on Facebook. It's like a background of a lake. If you were to live in Chicago or nearby area, it's like Lake Michigan. We couldn't travel because my father-in-law was sick, so we were not gonna leave in the car. I already said that in my other video. And I told him, I'm like, I'm sorry, where's my money? Like, what, I didn't spend any of it. And he's like, well, on food. I'm like, food? I'm like, food, it would have been like $200. And he goes, well, I put air conditioning in the truck. And I'm like, but I thought you were paying for that truck. Why is it that I'm paying for that truck? And he's like, well, no, you didn't pay for that truck. I'm like, okay, then where's my money? So then he's like, well, what were you expecting to, like, eat for free? And I'm like, no, I wasn't expecting to eat for free. But we didn't do anything. And the big reason why I gave you those $800 was because we were going to rent a house. We didn't rent a house. So then where's my money? And he just stared at me. He's like, it's gone. And I'm like, ugh. So guys, that really pissed me off. And then before that, we had an issue where we get rent from some family members, and he thought that I was spending it all. So he kept telling me, no, it's because you spend it, and which I admit at that point in time I would spend it. So I would spend some of it, and the other rest I would put in our savings. So he and I got into it, and so we agreed that he was going to take care of that money, and he was going to give it all to me at one lump, and we're going to put it in our joint savings. Turns out he used a lot of that money to buy that truck that's sitting now in Guatemala. And then when I confronted him about it, I said, where's the rent money? I'm done with you taking that rent money. After all this, my property with my mom, what the F. And so we got into it, and we agreed that I was going to take the rent money from now on, and I was going to deposit it in our savings, which I have done. I've not spent a dime of it. I put it in my savings, because I have several accounts which I deemed for us. So I was feeling very upset, and then he kept telling me, like, well, didn't you have a good time on your vacation? I'm like, that wasn't a vacation for me. That was me sitting in a room for 2 weeks on Netflix. I could have done that here. I'm like, I'm sorry, this vacation was mostly for you. He's like, well, it wasn't a vacation for me either. My dad was sick. And I said, well, it was you being with your family, because for me, it was boring. I'm sorry, I hated it. I feel like I wasted 2 weeks of my life. And so he's like, you know what? I don't want to hear any more about you not liking this vacation. I am done with it. This is it. I don't want to hear it anymore. Where's my money? And this is what pisses me off. And this is one of the main reasons why we keep our money separate. And this is one of the main reasons why he doesn't touch my rent money anymore. One of the main reasons why next time we go, I'm going to send my own money and keep track of my own money, because that really annoyed me. That really pissed me off. And because of that, I got so upset. I let it go. And of course, I didn't let it go because I'm talking to you, but I kind of let it go. And today I went shopping. And I was like, because he tries to guilt me and say, like, well, you haven't saved money and this. And I'm like, no, I've saved money. You're the one that doesn't save money, because you like to send stuff over there and you spend money over there. And I already told you, you're either living here or you're living there, but you can't sustain 2 households. And so he doesn't pay attention to me, so whatever. I went out and I bought myself these cute tops, which I'm not gonna do a haul video. They're so cute. I bought 13 tops. Burlington is the place. I'm telling you guys, I bought a lot of tops for $12.99 for work. I bought some sweaters that I needed that were $16.99, like over, because these fat wings, man, I can't be showing them at work. So I wear this little sweater over them. Total spent was $295. And it was like, I was like on a high because I went and then I searched and searched and searched and searched. I got that stuff, and I even bought 2 pairs of bras and a pair of underwear, you know, because I'm into those nice underwears now. And my mom was like, "Whoa, I've never seen you. I haven't seen you spend this much in a long time." And I don't like telling my mom stuff because then she starts saying stuff while she gets upset with my husband. But I have no one to talk to, so I ended up in conversation to the store. We started talking, and she's like, "Are things okay with you? Because I noticed you guys were arguing about money yesterday." And I told her, I said, "This is what happened. My $100 is gone. I didn't do jack shit. I bought maybe 4 or 5 T-shirts, which were like, literally, were like $3 each, and I didn't spend more than $100, and my money's all gone. So I don't understand what's going on." And I regretted it, but I just needed to let it out, and that's why I'm doing this video, because I need to let it out. And I feel that you guys are my community, not only for weight loss, but because, you know, I have no friends other than my husband. Literally, I have a few coworkers, like one coworker that I can trust, but that's about it. So that's it, guys. I mean, how would you approach this? I mean, I have to let it go because it's going to keep building, building, building. I could tell in his demeanor, he feels depressed because he says he's not saving money, he's not earning money, that he's just living paycheck to paycheck, and he doesn't understand why. And we don't have kids. How's it gonna be when we have kids? You know, stuff like that. So I don't know. What do you guys think? As always, thank you for your support. And as always, thank you for motivating me. I have started a few work week hustles this week, coming up, coming up this week, because I'm going to give it all. One of my coworkers says she wants to go walking with me during lunch. Let's see if she remembers. And that's about it. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow starts my new ramp up. I have to lose at least 10 pounds. And that's my goal. So I'll talk to you guys soon. And you guys have yourself a great day.